Hey, what's going on, guys? It's MrJSV here. Welcome back to another vlog for tonight. And it's basically nice talking to you and seeing you for the nighttime vlog for tonight. And I hope I'm gonna. All right, so what I'm gonna talk about in the vlog. I'm gonna talk about what I remember about it. And so yeah, and basically um yeah. It's been like 4 years ever since my dad had died. Ever since he had a cancer, right? And he used to um beating his cancer every day, right? I mean ever since he got sick, you know. And I miss him. I just miss him. Like, I just miss him a lot, you know. It's kind of like I miss I just missed my dad like for over times, you know. And so yeah, I missed him a lot, or a lot. In over times too, you know. I missed him. And so, you know, I remember I what else? And also, I remember about my dad because I remember about me and my dad used to eat an IHOP when I was ever since I had become a teenager. And me and him, we used to eat in the Chinese restaurant too. And so yeah, I remember about it. And so, you know, I we used to eat at IHOP for most times, you know. And and, and we used to like um hang out in the room in his room with each other, you know. And I always loved him, you know. He was a good man, you know. He was a good guy, you know what I mean. And so yeah, and I basically remember about it. What and and I remember about my post that my picture that I posted from last year. It was like 2,200 and up. A lot now, just for now, you know. ever since ever since I just got uh I just got it posted last year. Ever since you know this picture. I remember about this picture. There was about a big white boy who was next to 3 police officers in Washington, D.C. I remember about that picture. And I remember about I used to took a trip to Washington, D.C. with my family. I remember about it. Yeah, I remember what I told you about that. So I'll never repeat that again. And so, by the way, guys, and I remember that um when I was a 12-year-old kid, I used to took a trip with my family to Washington, D.C. Right after that, ever since, like, like, after I had like after I had took a trip to magician. I mean Michigan, you know, where my grandpa lives. I remember about that. My grandpa. I used to see my grandpa when I was a 12-year-old boy, you know, and I used to, you know, I had took a trip to Michigan when I was 12 with my mom, you know, and I love my grandfather, you know. My grandfather was my grandfather is a great man too, you know. My grandfather is a good man, and my dad was a good man too, you know. They're one of the greatest fellas in the world, you know what I'm saying? And so yeah, and I remember that when I was 6 years old, I used to dance Michael Jackson, Billie Jean in the elementary school talent show in Lilburn, Georgia, and you know, ever since I was being a little fellow, right? You know, like a little boy, you know. So yeah, I remember in my memory, you know, I had a good memories. So yeah, you know, I used to dance Michael Jackson, Billie Jean in a talent show when I was a little boy, like little boy, you know. And so yeah, and basically I remember, you know, I remember I was used to be a big boy for years of my childhood, you know. I was a good child back then, you know. And so yeah, I still remember. And now I'm just a man, you know. You know, I'm an adult, you know. I'm a you know, I am a man, you know. And so yeah, you know, I am a good man, you know. My dad was a good man. I'm a good man too. And so, you know, like I said, guys, like I said, let me tell you something. And I remember I used to play Fortnite when I was 11, and used to I used to rage for I used to rage a lot. I used to rage a lot in Fortnite as a kid, you know. And so, you know what I mean? And I used to like I used to 1v1 one of these kids when I was a kid, you know. And so yeah. Yeah, I remember in my past childhood. Yeah. Yeah. And when I was 12, I had played Fortnite I used to play Fortnite on an iPad too when I was 12. Yes. I had. And I had played Fortnite on my Xbox too, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I had played that on my Xbox too. I still knew. I still know about it from the past years ever since, you know. And like I said, and you know, and that's it. That's all I know. That's all I know in my childhood life, you know. And it's all matters, you know. It's always good. And it's always amazing. That's it. And when my you know, if my dad comes back, remember guys, if my dad comes back, I would rather see him again, you know, because he was a good man, you know. He was a good fellow, you know, and he was a good person. And yeah, I used to remember about him. I still remember about him because he just, you know, he's in no pain. He's up in heaven, and he's with the ancestors that he's staying with them, and he stays with Jesus too. And also, if he resurrected, I would see him again. But you know, right. And it's nice talking to you people. And I hope I will see you in the next video. And that was the end of the vlog video for today. So I hope I'll see you in the next video or stream for of me gaming. And make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and make sure to comment down below. And make sure to follow me on Instagram. You have to follow me on Twitter. You have to follow me on Snapchat. You got to follow me on TikTok. Name MrJSV 2007. And yeah. And thank you guys for watching. So peace out, people. I hope I'll see you in the next video. Whenever I'm gonna make a reaction or make a live. I'll see you. And good night.